phone out. Everybody tune in, man. We all. Tune in, man. We on. Happy Earth Day, man. Happy 420 and all that. Actually, matter of fact, I need a spark. It's 420. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flip Thought Show. It's your host with the most, King Truth, Hosenberg, Mini Bo, the one with the word, the one with the flow. And we coming at you live, man, at 12:31. You know that we ain't done. Boston Richey arrested on bomb violation for strangling his pregnant girlfriend, as well as some drugs and some pounds of dro. We gonna hear about it right now. Shout out to End the Sentence. Y'all go sub, like, comment, subscribe to bro. Let's get into it.
Standard for toxic relationships. 28-year-old Boston Richey.
I'll be right back. I'm just gonna grab my phone, y'all.
Girlfriend are following close behind. On March 31st, a criminal complaint would be filed out of Harris County, Texas, stating Houston police responded to a call at 3:30 a.m. regarding an assault with an unknown weapon at the Marriott Hotel downtown. 19-year-old Tatiana Chanel would speak with Houston police, stating between 8 and 10:30 p.m., her and her boyfriend Jalen Foster, aka Boston Richey, who've been dating roughly 1 to 2 years, were at a nightclub named Sakai for an event. That's when Richey grabbed her phone from her hands and began arguing with her, later taking her other phone.
The hell he on? Oh. What the hell he Burton? That's Shorty? That's the little young joint?
The Tatiana girl? Ooh.
Don't get clipped.
Okay.
Yeah, what the hell he Burton? What the hell he on? What the hell he?
Oh.
No.
Yeah, don't record that.
Yeah.
She told officers her and Richey took 2 separate vehicles to the event, and when they arrived, she asked for her phone back from the vehicle. When she got out, she claimed Richey exited his vehicle and pushed her into the second row within the vehicle. He then began choking her for approximately 6 to 10 seconds and choked her approximately 20 times within 2 hours. She told officers that Richey pushed her to the floor of the vehicle twice, using his knee and body weight on her neck to stop her breathing. During the strangulation, she stated she believed she lost consciousness, felt dizzy, lightheaded, tense, weak, and she threw up twice. She told officers she felt as though she was going to die and claimed Boston Richey told her, "If you call the police, I might as well kill you." When she tried to get out of the vehicle, Richey told her she couldn't, as 2 others sat and watched everything happen. It wasn't until a mutual friend of theirs got in and prevented him from continuing the assault that he finally stopped. Tatiana would finish her statement by telling officers she's 4 to 8 weeks pregnant and that Richey was aware. Tatiana would claim Richey choked her previously and provided pictures to police of her injuries. She'd identify Richey by his ID photo and stated she wanted to press charges. Now, this criminal complaint would make its rounds through social media, as would photos of Tatiana's neck, and this wasn't the first time the couple had the blog's attention. Back in January, she posted to social media saying Richey paid off her whole year of rent, consistently cleans her house, grocery shops for her, and makes her breakfast. And this comes only 3 months after Tati went viral for this picture with Lil TJ, but Richey has openly admitted to tricking and has made it a part of his persona to pay for love, and it's believed he does so to cater to his female fans. But if we rewind back to January of 2024, that's where things get weird. Tatiana would post pictures with the last slide showing a cake that read legal. Rumors had previously come out stating Boston Richey was dating a minor, and this post would seemingly confirm she just turned 18. As the blog started going against Richey and going as far as showing old story posts of Tati from when she would have been 17, Richey would respond to the accusations.
It's my bro, she 18. The girl 23.
You gonna say what up?
Hey y'all.
Hey y'all, are you still beefing?
Look.
Must hard. You still beefing? You beefing or no?
No.
Okay. Check your ass
Look.
up online.
Now, Richey would claim she wasn't 18, but in fact 23. Later in November of 2024, during an interview with Bootleg Kev, when asked about dating an 18-year-old, Richey would confirm it happened.
Help me understand. I'm not all the way hip to all the gossip of your personal life.
Right.
But you were dating like an 18-year-old chick, right?
Yeah.
You guys broke up.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the big deal? You're a kid. You're like 23 years old, right?
Nah.
How old are you?
I don't know. It really wasn't no big deal. It's just motherfuckers.
But people were like making a big deal that you're dating an 18-year-old.
Yeah. But it really wasn't nothing like it.
But how old are you?
27.
I mean, fuck.
But let's be clear and be fair. No criminal investigation has gone public at any time, and no proof of Richey doing anything with a minor has been brought up or used against him, even by Tatiana. These are all just examples of a relationship gone viral for all of the wrong reasons, and it gets worse. Because of the incident in Houston, Boston Richey was charged with felony assault by impeding breathing. A third-degree felony under Texas law, this charge alone can carry 2 to 10 years in state prison, but it still gets worse. Back in 2023, Boston Richey was indicted by the feds on charges of distributing more than 100 kilos of marijuana, possessing 12 firearms, including a Glock with a switch, and possessing those firearms in furtherance of drug trafficking. From now until then, Richey has been out on pretrial release, the federal version of bond, and a major stipulation of that pretrial release was obviously not getting arrested. On April 14th, federal prosecutors would file an order revoking release, stating Richey violated his release conditions. He was required to refrain from committing any new offenses, reside in his approved residence, and not travel beyond the Northern District of Florida unless he obtained permission. On the day of the assault, Richey did not have any shows booked and was not approved to be out of state. So not only did he violate by leaving without permission, he caught a new felony by strangling his pregnant girlfriend. A federal warrant for arrest was issued on April 8th, and according to the order revoking release, U.S. Marshals attempted to track Richey's tour dates, which indicated he should have been in Vegas on April 12th, but he was a no-show. Marshals were unable to locate him for a week before he finally surrendered himself to the feds. Federal prosecutors are now going to use all of this as reasoning to why Boston Richey should not be granted another pretrial release
we here, man. We here.
until he goes to trial for his current Fed case. This would put a pause on all shows and his ability to earn more money by performing to fight the case. Now, in Richey's defense, QC Media would post alleged screenshots claiming Tatiana was willing to drop the lawsuit if he pays her $100,000. Allegedly, she'd say the warrant was already out, but she won't testify, press charges, or continue to cooperate as long as the wire is received. She then allegedly claimed the state of Texas will drop the charges if she doesn't plan on testifying. Comments under the post would go crazy as someone as far as saying Boston Richey is getting extorted by a teenager, along with saying it's witness tampering, which is interesting. Nobody knows if the texts were actually her, but if it was, and Richey posted them, it poses the question, could she be charged with extortion? Or could he be charged with an additional felony for trying to bribe a witness? It's just an added twist to an already spiraling relationship. If kept within federal custody, Boston Richey will miss the birth of his child with Tatiana if she's actually pregnant. But we'll just have to wait and see how this case progresses. Now, just to touch on that last bit of information, her saying she'll drop the lawsuit, this isn't a lawsuit. This is a criminal case. He's not getting sued. He has charges filed against him based off of her statement and the evidence that she gave, which includes the statement, as well as photographs and then the video of him snatching the phone. There's no video evidence of the strangulation or anything like that, right? But when you blatantly have someone saying, yeah, this is what happened, it doesn't look good. And I don't know if she realized it or not, but because she made these statements,
Yeah, they
that
had
he
to
was
go off of
trash,
that.
she just put him back in the feds because he was on pretrial release. He wasn't supposed
Yeah, they
to
have
be
to
in
go off of
Houston,
that, man.
Texas.
You have to go off of that.
And then, you know, he caught a new
Straight
federal
up.
case. So there's a
They
good
gotta
chance
go off
they're
of
going to
that.
try to keep him
Shit,
in the
hold on.
feds until his case is concluded, which could take however long. And because it's a Fed case, it could also come with prison time, right? Because NBA Youngboy is one of the very few people we know that's caught a Fed case and walked away with a super light sentence versus Pooh Shiesty, I believe, got like 5 years or more
True, yeah.
just for being a felon in possession of a firearm. Well, they're saying Richey possessed 12 firearms, possessed them in furtherance of drug trafficking, and, you know, was allegedly pushing over 100 keys of marijuana. So,
Keys. Ain't
you
no
know, if
keys in
Richey ends up
marijuana.
getting 5 or more years, that means he'll be gone from now until then, until his release date. That's the move that she made, you know, filing this report. And if she's getting strangled, you can't really hold that against her, right? She's only 19 years old. And I mean, that in itself is another conversation because there's no evidence that he did anything crazy. Apparently, Tatiana's mom was like, why are y'all worried about my daughter? She's doing fine, when she was only 17. I don't know. It is what it is, right? Because there's nothing saying he did anything crazy, so you really can't put a title on him until that point. But again, this is another example of a relationship essentially crashing a career. Blueface, Krishan, Richey, Tatiana. It's wild, but drop y'all thoughts in the comments section. Let me know what y'all think about this. Let me know if y'all think he's going to get back out on another pretrial release. Will the lawyer be able to work his magic? It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. Until next time.
Okay.
If you want uncut and extended versions of my videos, go to patreon.com/traplaw.
I'm gonna go back to it, man. Shout out to Hood Educated, man.
If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out. When would these rappers learn that the old lifestyle that they used to live when they was in the street, they can't bring that into this rap thing? Because when they bring that madness and that criminal mentality to this rap game, the feds is on you. The feds understand, okay, hold on, wait a minute. You know, these boys right here come from a criminal lifestyle. They got a criminal mentality. If we give these boys millions and millions of dollars, they gonna turn them millions and millions of dollars into crime, organized crime. And so here it is, we have rapper Boston Richey. Now, Boston Richey is one of the coldest rappers that's out right now. I'm talking about he been touring all over the country and things like that. And he got himself in a little trouble because
Yep,
here it
that's
is,
Vice Lord.
he can't forget about the old lifestyle.
Oh yeah, I didn't know he's
Even
from
though
North
he
Carolina.
making
That's
legit
stuff.
paper right now, he can't
That's
leave that
cool.
old lifestyle alone. And so,
He from
according to
North
reports, the
Minneapolis like
feds say
me.
that him and his
He's a
partners
Vice
and his
Lord from the
brother
projects. Okay.
was distributing 100 pounds of that good mountain lion kush all throughout Florida. 100 pounds. You know, we say 100, but just imagine in your mind 100 pounds of weed. Imagine what that looked like. 100 pounds.
That's a lot.
So these boys
Hell
moving
yeah, that's a
100
lot.
pounds. But the cold-blooded part about the moving 100 pounds is that, you know, when you drug dealing, you got to be able to protect your product. When you drug dealing, a lot comes with that. Murder comes with that. Robbery comes with that. Burglary comes with that. A lot of crimes come with drug dealing. And when you a drug dealer, if you ain't ready to die for your product, the robbers is gonna take you every time they can get. I'm talking about they gonna be in competition trying to rob you because they know he's soft, he ain't gonna do nothing. But if you a stand-up guy and you a street guy, then you gonna protect your product with your life. So here it is, Boston Richey and his homeboys and his brother, they was protecting their product. According to the feds, got caught with 12 guns. Did you hear what I just said? It ain't even 12 of them. It ain't number 6 of them that's on the indictment, but they got caught with 12 guns. Listen, I understand you want to protect your product, but at the same 12?
That's
Like,
a
what
lot.
is y'all
That's
doing? Hey, man,
excessive.
you know what? I
That's
ain't gonna
excessive,
take the
man.
line today. I'm gonna take this Draco with me today, man. You know what I'm saying? No, you know, put that Draco up, man. Take that nickel plated 38 with you, man. That 38 special. We don't want to leave no. These boys, I'm talking about, they got so many guns that they can just, you know, pick whatever they want. They got 12 gauges, Glocks with switches on them, everything. This is according to the reports. Now, if you want to see the full report, go over there to my channel, you know, Hood Educated, you know, where it's too raw for YouTube. You know, I don't, you know, display a lot of that stuff on there. But if you want to check all that stuff out and you into that and you like to read reports and stuff like that, go on over there to that channel, get you a membership, and then you can check it out on your own. So you can say that, you know, Hood wasn't lying. Them boys was moving 100 pounds according to the feds. Them boys did get caught up with 12 guns. But draw off this though. This happened in 2023 when Boston Richey and his crew got caught up in this indictment. A lot of people don't understand that. See, the feds is so cold. The feds don't give you no bond or nothing like that. The feds just release you. Go on, get up out of here. However, you know, you got to follow these instructions. You know, we're going to give you these instructions. You follow these instructions. You ain't got to worry about nothing until you come to trial. You come to trial, you get found guilty. Then we're going to put you in the penitentiary. That's how the feds work. I'm talking, they so cold. They know, like, if you run from us, we're going to catch you. And when we catch you, we're going to body slam you on the top of your head. That's how the feds do it. So they turned this boy loose. Yeah, after getting caught with all that work, after getting caught with all them guns, the Fed said, go on ahead. You free. We'll see you at trial. However, you got to follow these instructions. You got to do this, you got to do that. Being that you're a rapper, we understand that you got to get money, but at the same time, you can't just be going anywhere that you want to go because you still up under our jurisdiction. So now, in order for you to go out of town, out of Florida, you got to call us. You got to sit down with us. You got to let us know where you going out of town, where you going to be at, what's the address, what's the phone number, and
Yeah,
what's
now
your
he's
purpose for
monitored
going out of
everything he
town.
does.
Boston Richey, that criminal mentality, that stupidity. Forget what they talking about. I'm finna head to Houston. I ain't calling nobody. I ain't letting nobody know that I'm going to Houston. I know the feds got me under indictment, but I don't care. I'm going to Houston. Goes to Houston. The feds probably
He said,
gonna
I'm
follow
going to
him. I
Houston.
don't know, but he's in Houston. While he's in Houston, this right here kick off. Check it out. he gets into it with his 19-year-old girlfriend. This girl right here, 9 years away from 10. And he 28 years old. I'm not knocking him for that, whatever, but there was some accusations coming out that, he been dealing with her for a couple of years. So he was dealing with a minor, she was like 17 or something like that. Or I don't know how Florida is or because some states allow people 16 years old to make
some states the age is
decisions and
different
stuff
for
like
sure.
that, but I don't know. But still,
A lot of
we
the
just
states
talking
is
about from a
the
moral
age is
standpoint.
lower than that.
She's
Shit,
17.
Mexico, I think it's 13 or some shit.
You a full grown man. In a moral point of view, you out of pocket. But we hood educated, not lane related. This ain't the first time that we done seen this type of stuff. Let me tell y'all a little bit just about how things go in the hood. When I used to go to high school, all the fine girls in high school, brothers, back me up. Y'all get in the comments and let these peoples know. I'm talking about all the super fine girls that all of us, I'm talking, we admired, had boyfriends that didn't go to school. They didn't kick it with us.
There was a lot of girls that were like, you feel me, 15, 16, dating a 26-year-old, 30-year-old when I was going to high school. Shit, even when I was in middle school, that's just crazy to say, but yeah.
Y'all too young, and we the same age. What are you talking about? These girls, and I'm not trying to dog the girls, but women, y'all can get in the comments and back me up too. These girls, 17, 18, 16 and stuff like that, they wanted older guys. And older guys wanted them. Here it is. I'm talking about we got big time drug dealers pulling up to the school, dropping the girls off. Pulling up to the school with they datings and they beats on, boom, 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 picking up the girls from school.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm being 100. This is regular programming. I mean, and you women, y'all get in the comments. Y'all can let us know. Let the hood educated residents and guests know too that, at that time when these girls were teenagers, they felt like we was too young for them, even though we was the same age. So girls do look for older guys. But again, a moral standpoint, guys, we gotta. No, you too young, baby. You know what I'm saying? Wait till you become of age, you know what I'm saying? Then we can do what we got to do. So in this situation, she 19 now, he 28, and they doing their thing. But as you can see, there's some conflict going on. And so after he snatched her phone, and
I mean, she's not fully developed, bro. So he should know that she's gonna be on, on some, not trying to be on no housewife shit or no house shit. She go try to be outside. You feel me? She's still in that mindset. She's still young.
And all that, according to reports, because it got deep. It got deep. I'm talking about after he snatched her phone, they get in the car. This girl said that this boy choked her 20 times.
In 2 hours.
Did y'all hear me? I ain't say one time you choke. Oh, excuse me, baby. I'm sorry. You made me mad. I lost. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I'm drunk, whatever. No, 20. Then put his knee on her neck. Yeah. Choked her until she passed out. She vomited, peed on herself. She said she thought she was gonna die. Y'all think that girl ain't called the police? And she called the police and told the police the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And when she did that, he got charged with choking her, causing her not to breathe and stuff like that. And those is felonies in Houston. And as soon as he got arrested, he hurry up and bond out like the feds wasn't gonna pick it up, like the feds wasn't gonna see what happened. And the feds found out what happened, found out that he choked that girl who was supposed to be pregnant at the time. But truth be told, I don't know if she's really pregnant because she all on the internet with a waist trainer on and all this. You supposed to be six weeks pregnant. I mean, like, what you trying to do? Do something to the baby or something? I mean, come on now. That baby needs to walk around.
Show he's doing too much, bro. Show he's doing too much. I don't know what happened to my
you don't do nothing like that.
The damn camera, yo.
The feds catch up with the thing. They catch up with the case. Put a warrant out for that boy arrest. Now, all the millions of dollars that he was making, all that freedom that he had, any type of you know, any type of leniency that they probably was gonna give him is gone. Why? Because here it is. You don't respect law enforcement. You don't respect the restrictions that we put on you. And you all in a whole nother state when you ain't supposed to leave Florida
That part.
committing
You
felonies.
wasn't obeying the rules. You was acting like you was too high power.
They ain't going for it.
You didn't want your freedom,
But
basically.
here it is, another rapper who done threw his whole career away. And that's just how it's going. This is hood educated, not lame related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Peace and love.
Yep, okay, boom. We gonna do this one right here.
What's good, YouTube? Now, Boston Richey is quite a
Let's do
Boston Richey bond revoked by feds after his girlfriend puts a case on him. What? Boston Richey book, man, he not coming home. That's what the feds saying, man. Go ahead and hit that follow button before I get into this. If y'all don't know, Boston Richey and his girlfriend Tati, man, they've been viral. You know what I'm saying? They've been viral for a few weeks now. She came out and said Boston Richey was, you know what I'm saying, putting his hands around her neck and, holding it for 10, 15 seconds. And, she said he tried to take her out and not to dinner. You know what I'm saying? He said she was trying to take her out. Well, she said he was trying to take her out and not to dinner. And, he said, hey, man, I'm innocent, man. He did make a statement through his team. He said, I'm innocent, but something interesting happened. Boston Richey's sister had called out Tatiana for being over their house when she made the allegation. So I don't know what her and Boston Richey got going on. She made allegations and got them booked, and she still was at their house. Boston Richey's sister was trying to fight her, man. Or she was just running to the internet, trying to get some clout points, whatever. However it was going, his girlfriend, she say he's putting his hands on her now. A video did go viral. It was a video viral of him snatching her phone. You know what I'm saying? He was snatching her phone outside the club. And he was getting a little aggressive with her to the point where people was like, he might be doing this all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why Boston Richey get himself caught up in this because, he a ladies' man. He be rapping for the ladies. He don't make raps about sliding on ops and all that. He make raps about spending money on girls, taking them out, buying them nice things. So this is just a little different to be, coming up on his behalf.
Oh no, y'all, we gonna go right.
Marie37 on IG and purchase a signed copy of my book. That's how you support me.
Austin.
Okay, we gonna do this one.
Back at it again, YouTube. We back again with another one and another one and another one and another one and another one, y'all. Before we start this video off, I just want to praise to the Most High, y'all. And you feel me? If you're watching this, I hope you having a blessed day, y'all. For real. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. We back again, as y'all can see is the title. Boston Richey bond was revoked by the feds after his girlfriend put the case on him. So y'all know Boston Richey is fighting another case that he had before. So if you feel me, got a case and then you get another case, you ain't getting no bond. Especially with the feds, you ain't getting no bond. Boston Richey, alleged, feel me, accused. Well, not allegedly, because she came out and said this and she showed the marks. You feel me? And she did a whole statement. She got him locked up. So is accused of choking pregnant girlfriend. You feel me? So he choked her so many times. I think it was 20 times in 2 hours.
Yep, that's what it was.
Wow. So you feel me? His bond, they not playing with his bond. You feel me? His girlfriend Tatiana Charles filed police report. That's the one that got him locked up. Tatiana, you feel me? Boston Richey, real name Jalen Forster. But let's really.
But nah, he for
Boston
sure doing
Richey
too much, bro.
has been
I don't know what
dealing
happened
with
to
a
my
lot of
my
funding
background, but
controversy.
shit.
Last year, he faced backlash after it was reported that charge was 18. You feel me? He insisted she was 23 last December. He was accused by another woman for revenge porn. So he been going through a lot of stuff. Boston Richey been going through a lot of stuff, yeah. Boston Richey had other cases, y'all. And hold on, I'm gonna tell you what the other cases was. Is it
What you say? One more about Boston Richey and then to the Poe extras.
Are you back now? All right. The Florida rapper also had serious criminal case pending in November of 2023. He was indicted by the feds along with 3 other men on conspiracy to dispute marijuana charges. So that's why his bond was revoked, because he got that indictment with the feds for the weed. You feel me? So he in Boston Richey, I ain't gonna lie,
This dude been tripping. Hell yeah, bro. I know
facing a lot of time right now.
he's all over the
He's
fucking
done.
blogs,
Boston
bro.
Richey is done for a little minute. You ain't gonna be hearing nothing about Boston Richey right now. You feel me? You know the feds don't care about no money. They don't care about no money. Once your bail is revoked, it's over. For me, she already moved on. He shouldn't be chasing these girls, man, and stuff like that. Boston Richey, this is bad for him. Tricking goes wrong. That's what we gonna call this. Tricking goes wrong. What you thought you was getting bail? You had a Fed case. You literally had a Fed case, and you out here playing, getting domestic violence charges. How do y'all feel about this? Boston Richey, the rapper. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know where he thought this was going to end, but this is not going to end right. This is not going to end right. He might go PC for this. Boston Richey might go PC because they try to say he told before when he was younger and everything. He might go PC for this. They don't care about none of that. You going to the feds. A lot of people think Boston Richey gonna tell. That's y'all opinion, y'all. I don't know. They already accused him of allegedly snitching. 1090 Jake posted that, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. Boston Richey bond revolted, man, because he got a Fed case pending. So y'all let me know how you feel about this, because if he don't snitch, he gonna be facing a lot of time. That's what y'all don't know. If he don't snitch, he's gonna be facing a lot of time. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. Make sure y'all drop it in the comment section. It's your boy. We back again with another one, another one, another one, and another one, y'all. Make sure y'all share this to every platform: Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Kit, Twitch. Share this, get this video out. Drop it in the comments, man. I don't care what you comment. Just make sure you comment, son. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's your boy.
All right, man. Yo, shout out to Teach Me Jeff or Teach Him Jeff. Also, shout out to bro that we watched the shit for 1 minute. Where's it at?
Austin Richey
Bosco
burned
Music.
by feds after
Yeah,
his girlfriend
bro. Like,
puts
all
a
right.
case.
What is this? This is some new content. Big Sad 1900 challenge wax 100 to effect explosive wax sun for twerk. Okay, yeah, we gonna do. That's a new video. We gonna do a shit whacking Big Sad. We gonna do that for sure. But Right now, we're gonna do this right here.
Boston Richie ex-girlfriend Tatiana Chanel has everyone talking on social media. So you guys know the whole incident that occurred between them two. She did do a police report
After
and
this, we're
she
gonna
said
write
that
to
she
Bo
was
Extras.
4 to 8 weeks pregnant around the time that Boston Richie did what he did to her. So she ended up posting this picture on Instagram. She posted it and deleted it. So a lot of people feel like Tatiana went the fetus deletus route because she is out here wearing a waist trainer, and you guys know that summer is coming up, and seems like she's trying to have her waist snatched. Okay, so like I said, people feel like she went that route because of obviously because of what she went through with Boston Richie. I mean, he was out here doing what he was doing to her for over 2 hours. There was other people in the car that did not help, and I'm sure she doesn't want to deal with that for the rest of her life. And I'm all for people doing what works for them. If it don't work for everybody else, it don't have to. Do what works for you, okay? But I would like to know you guys' thoughts and opinions on this. So moving on to the next topic, it seems like Moneybag Yo then dumped.
All right. So we're gonna go right into the next one, y'all. We're gonna go right into the next one, y'all. Actually, you know what? We're gonna do this.
Back with another one.
Shout out to Watch Your Step 5,
And
honey.
this one is about Boston Richie. Now we had seen reports that Boston Richie had been taken into custody, but the charges wasn't there, reasons was there or whatever. For those who didn't know, I think some months back, probably down there close to a year ago, he was snatched by the blue and yellow jackets. You know what I'm saying? On some allegedly moving a hundred kilos of those of them green things, man, them bags, right? So he did what he needed to do. He fighting that case or whatever. He ended up getting out on like pre-trial bond, whatever. You know how he was one of them lucky ones to get a bond, fighting them guys, right? So while he out on bond, he had a couple stipulations or something like that. I think he couldn't be like in certain parts of North Florida. Um, he had to keep a certain residence in a certain state or whatever, and he really couldn't move around unless he had business there or he got the green light from the people to go do what he
Yeah,
need
I
to
mean,
do.
shit, because he wasn't even supposed to be really
And
be
I know
doing
people
nothing
have
no
been
more.
seeing it all in the blogs and stuff like that a while back that he was messing with an underage girl or whatever. The little girl mama never said he was too old to be messing with her, and I guess mom Deuce green lighted it or whatever. I think they was trying to say he was messing with her when she was like 17 and he was like 20, 26, 27, something like that. So when she had a little birthday or whatever, she took had a cake made that said legal on it. So that's basically her turning 18. You know what I mean? Either way it go, right? This same this same young girl, little girl, for real, videos had surfaced of them at a club in Houston. And they said that them two came in two separate vehicles or whatever. But when they pulled up, they got into it. And this is what she alleged, you know what I'm saying? Because she went to the police and
Yeah, that is
gave
what
a
she alleged.
statement,
That's the
wrote
report. Yep.
statements, whatever. Said she wanted to press charges. She said bro choked her out a few times in the back of the truck, you know what I'm saying? Uh she said like 6 times. One time she said she threw up, another time she said
She peed on herself.
she said she thinks she went out, she passed out or whatever, but she felt like she said she felt like she was gonna die. Nobody's seen that, you know what I'm saying? Not saying it didn't happen, but I'm just saying nobody's seen that. But these are the charges she filed, and they don't play with them DV cases. You know what I'm saying, man or woman, but definitely if a woman goes to the police, speaking on any type of DV going on, them folks gonna write up a warrant and they're gonna be looking for you. Y'all seen how they did Lil Reese? You know what I'm saying? Lil Reese, he kept hitting multiple
Yeah,
females, man.
no,
They
for
done
sure.
sat
Lil
Lil
Reese
Reese
doing
down.
some
You know
time
what
for
I'm
that.
saying? But now that, like, fast forward to now, people was wondering why Boston Richie was locked up, but it wasn't no charges or it didn't say why. Then there you have it. The charges is because of the fact that this girl filed a report, on him
putting his hands on her, choking her out, you know what I'm saying? And that went against his pre-trial bond or whatever. So if I don't, to be real with you, by you being able to get a bond, messing with them people, you know what I'm saying? And when I mean people, I'm talking about the FBI or whatever, by you even getting a bond from them people, you know, you were supposed to keep a clean nose while you was out on that bond. Because you might don't get another one this time. They might hold you until trial start or till you get sentenced. And now that's gonna mess your motion up and your bread up or whatever. But the video that people have seen was the video of him and the girl getting into it in front of the club, and people trying to hold him back, like, yo, bro, chill, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? Y'all in front of everybody type shit or whatever. So, you know, I'm pretty sure if we seen it, the people seen it. You know what I'm saying? So when they seen that, they saying, hey man, we gonna violate him. Yo, he going against his pre-trial orders of his bond condition or whatever. Plus, he didn't get the green light to be out of town anyway. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to be at a house in Vegas or something like that, where he was supposed to be, well, he was currently staying unless he had business in Houston. And I guess they did their homework, seeing he had no business there. So he was just out kicking it. And then I seen 1090 Jake, he dropped something on it. He said that the girl basically saying, like, give me 100 bands and I throw the
Yeah, we straight,
I
basically. Yeah,
drop the little charges or whatever for she
yeah.
saying it's
Basically,
like
give me
some
100 bands.
silver
I'll
matter,
drop
but
everything.
she not even knowing. Look, mama, this ain't no silver matter. This man finna, you feel me? He got booked for this. He finna be sitting down for this. You know what I'm saying? He possibly finna be sitting down till he get, you know what I'm saying? Until he starts trial. You know what I'm saying? And possibly won't get out again until, he's either sentenced or let's see if he beat his Fed case. But you know how that go with them type of cases, man. You really don't really too much beat those, man. You might get a sweet deal, man. And I don't see too many people getting sweet deals neither. Young boy did, you know what I mean? He got the power team. You know what I mean? Young boy got a hell of a team over there and a big, big bag behind him. Also a machine behind him. He do a lot of numbers for whoever he signed to. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna do whatever they gotta do to make sure he's straight. He's a top tier artist and he's still young.
For
But
sure. Yeah, without doubt.
Boston Richie right now, I think he's 28. The little girl, I mean the girl is 19. Let me stop calling the little girl, but that is, in my eyes, she's it's a little girl, right? And um, she feeling like, man, just give me 100 band. Also, too, she's supposed to be pregnant too, so that might be another strike against him too. But we don't know for sure, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We don't know for sure. She said she was. I think he might. I don't know if he ever, you know what I'm saying, said that she was or not, but it's been reported that she was pregnant too. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see how that play out for Boston Richey. You know, I hope you can get another bond, but the way that shit look, man, they probably, you know what I'm saying? They probably won't because they probably feeling like, man, you're being violent while you're out on bond. You're going against the conditions we gave you. And we think you need to sit here because you ain't learned your lesson by us being, granting you bond the first time. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see how that play out, man. If anything new come in, I got y'all. And I'm gonna end that right here. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and catch me on the next one.
All right, y'all. Y'all let me know. You want to do one more video of the Boston Richie? You want me to go to the 4 extra? Let me know some. Let me know some. Let me know some. 4 extra for Shelly. Let's get it. We out of here, y'all. On to the next